I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about boyfriend material, not the boyfriend material, by Alexis Hall, which I got off of NetGalley.
And I got from Edelweiss.
And so it was funny because like we make the calendar up and like we add stuff, and I had added this to the calendar as a maybe because our calendar is color coded, so it's in a different color. And Sarah texted me and she's like, I heard about this book that might be interesting. And I'm like, I already put that on the calendar.
I was like, at Book Expo, I was watching their book buzzes and this came up and I'm like, I need to read this. Can we do this? And Becky's like, we've already got it there. And I'm like, okay.
So this is actually an adult rom-com-y kind of book. And it is about Lucian, who is the only child of two rock stars who from the 80s who were once in love and now estranged, and the dad's not good. But the dad's like still kind of famous. So like Lucian is like been pushed into the press and everybody kind of knows who he is. He's like one of those like
so
famous by association.
Envision his dad as like Howie Mandel.
Oh, see, like I think his dad is supposed to be like almost like a Simon Cowell, but like the musician. Like he's like, because he's on one of those, like The Voice. He's like on The Voice. And then his mom was like this French Irish singer who wrote like one hit album that they use her music in all these movies, so they live off that. So what happens is Lucian works for this charity where they're trying to save the dung beetle, and he gets put in the press of this, like he has this total like embarrassing moment that he wasn't doing anything wrong, but the press makes it look like he was like full of debauchery. So he has to have a fake boyfriend. And so his friend Bridge convinces him to fake date her friend Oliver, who he had like this awkward interaction with. And so Oliver is like a very like proper, straight-laced Mr. Darcy kind of, or Mark Darcy, I guess, kind of like barrister. And so they both agree that Oliver will help Lucian have this big fundraiser, and Lucian will go to Oliver's parents' 40th wedding anniversary, right? Ruby's 40, right?
Oh, I don't know. It's Ruby.
Sure. And things go from there, and their feelings and their emotions, and there's adorably cute moments, and then there's also some not great. That's basically what it is.
It's like having two broody main character guys, and it's just like awesomeness.
Well, it was funny because you were like, you felt like it was like a guy LGBTQ version of Bridget Jones's Diary.
Oh yeah, this is totally a gay version of Bridget Jones's Diary. Like,
the whole time I kept reading it, I'm like, this feels very Pride and Prejudice-y, which like Bridget Jones.
So
like,
it feels irreverent like Bridget Jones's Diary. But like no, Oliver is definitely a Mr. Darcy. Like
but Mark Darcy was Mr. Darcy. So
yeah, I mean yeah.
And he liked her just as she is, but that's besides the point.
Like, Lucian is so funny. He's so funny. Like so funny.
Like literally like I'm like laughing aloud while I read this book. Like I have not laughed aloud so much reading a book as I did in this. But there was like all these like wonderfully like cute moments.
Like I enjoyed the characters.
And like it was like it's like a really great rom-com because like you're reading it and you're like I want them to like get together. Like you want like in any interaction that they have that's positive, you're just like, oh,
I just kind of want to squeal. Like it's so adorable.
Like I even enjoyed like the secondary characters, the people at Lucian's work who were idiots. They were funny.
That was so random. And I liked Oliver's friends. Of course, I call Oliver Ollie in my head. I don't know, do
they actually call him Ollie at any point?
His family does. But like he needs to be called Ollie. Like it's Ollie.
I like how their friend Bridget, like she was convinced she was getting fired, and like the stuff that she was going to get fired for was so ridiculous, over the top, and then she never gets fired. I
say that kind of stuff, so I get it.
Yeah. I don't feel like I can talk more. Like it was funny. The romance was good. Like this is one of those books like it hit every mark. The romance was good. It's very British. If you don't like British humor, you're not going to love it.
Yeah, like there is a lot of British slang, so some of it you might kind of not get it, like understand it as well. And like she uses big words too. I'm like using the dictionary throughout.
I had to look one up. What do they keep saying?
Verisimilitude?
Yeah, I didn't know that word.
I've heard it before, but yeah, it's like
I Googled it.
anyway. So yeah, I was looking up words as I was going. But like it was well written and it was witty and but it wasn't pompous. It didn't put you off.
Right.
It was very approachable and very adorable. It was basically like the grown-up version of what is that Adam Silvera Belkia Bertelli book?
Oh, What If It's Us?
It's the adult version of that. Kind of.
I actually did kind of get that vibe too.
Kind of. But like more with a Bridget Jones vibe.
Right.
But like the sweetness and the lovely gay romance is like that other one.
I do think that if you liked Red, White, and Royal Blue, you will like this. It's being like
now I want to read, like if this is a read-alike, I definitely want to read that book.
Oh, you never read Red, White, and Royal Blue? Oh, I liked that. I listened. The audiobook is very good.
So now I have to
get the audio.
I love this book.
So I think we're just rating.
His mom is like binge watching Drag Race. Like I love it.
Well, and then there's a part where Oliver goes with him to his mom's house, and like she's explaining drag like RuPaul's drag show, and he's like, I understand. And she's like, have you ever done that? And he's like, have I ever dressed in drag? No. So.
Oh my god, I love it. Oh.
The thing is, like.
And he makes like a post, and then they
heart to it all. Like there was like love behind everything. Like these ridiculous things. Everything was said with love, and not like condescending love, but actually like.
And Lucien grew. Like that was the other really kind of cool thing.
I love when they clean his apartment.
Oh my god, that was awesome. That was awesome. Well, like even just nicer to people at work.
Oliver grew too.
He did.
Like, but in a different way.
I love his stances on like having opinions about everything.
Yes.
And then the bacon debacle.
So we should rate it. Our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. We go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
I was gonna go with a 4, but like now I'm like borderline. I'm going 5. I'm going 5.
I'm
like,
going borderline 5 too.
Yeah,
I might go with 5, and it might honestly. I'm like at 4.5, 5, and I think I'm going with that just because I needed this.
Yeah.
It has been like so dark and miserable.
Yes.
The last 3 months. I needed this.
Yes. You need it too.
So that is where we are on boyfriend material, and we'll see you around.
Yeah. See you around. Bye.